Hi, well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're sitting comfortably. We'll just be still here for a moment or two. So if any little wriggles or wiggles need to come up, let them do so. And then start to settle yourself down and maybe let the eyes close. Start to come into an awareness of the breath. So once we start to pay attention to the breath, often we find it reflexively maybe lengthens a little or softens a little. And that's great because it means we are training ourselves to relax when we start our yoga practice, which is brilliant. But also there's no need for the breath to be a certain way. I'm not going to tell you a right way to breathe or a wrong way. Instead, we notice maybe the gentle movement of the ribs, maybe a sensation at the nostrils, passing by. Outside of this formal led yoga practice, how often do you stop and just notice the breath? Again, no right answers, no wrong answers. But a bit like Pavlov's dog, we can cultivate this association of peacefulness, of safety, with a moment or two of settling with it. And this is the start of a mindfulness practice, a meditation practice, being able to quickly enter a state of inner awareness, of presence. And because this is a 1 hour vinyasa practice, also we must be able to exit and turn our breath into movement. So taking a deeper breath into the lungs, gently circle the hands, breathing in and keep breathing in, stretch up, and I'm going to drop the hand and let the air fall out of the body. Once more, inhaling the arms up, stretch, maybe the arms touch the ears, draw the tummy in, and drop everything. On and off, on and off. Tension and relaxation. Inhale up one arm, doesn't matter which arm. Lift the shoulder, try to keep the hips even. And slowly lower it down and come to the other side. Stretch up, lift the shoulder, draw the tummy in, feel the core engage. And gently return the arm. First one again. Inhale. This time fingertips find the floor and we walk it out. Come in relatively slowly so we can keep the weight even and use the pressure of the grounded hand to push the opposite hip back down. Keep the weight even, slowly deepening the movement. Inhale, uplift from the core, as little weight in the grounded hand as possible. Both hands are above. Exhale down gently. Other way, inhale, stretch, walk the fingers out and exhale, coming into this side bend progressively, consciously, deliberately. And lifting from the core, inhale. Fingertips come down to the shoulders. Start to move the shoulders, drawing circles with elbows. Try to keep the spine relatively still. Notice the shoulder blades moving over the back ribs and come the other way. Inhale out. Reach out like you're trying to press the button in a lift just too far away. Reach, 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 reach. Now relax slightly and it's little circles with the outstretched hands. Maybe they grow a little bigger and maybe they grow a little bigger again. You start to feel the shoulder blades moving. But again, try to not rock back and forth too much. And let's come the other way, starting small and growing progressively a little larger, a little larger. Okay, and let it go. One hand is up. What we're doing here, opening the armpit. So shoulder stays out, open the armpit, the other hand's down, and we switch. Switch, 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 switch. 1, 2, 3, and let go. Roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades. Nice. Now our twists. Let's come straight to the elbows. See if we can start this movement feel the twist move up through the spine. And we start to get a little deeper. We'll be here for a few moments, so don't worry about going too fast, too quickly. Let all of these joints and these little muscles wake up. Now maybe head's coming around a bit further. Maybe there's a bit more speed. Keep really conscious of the core engagement. Nice. And slowly come back to stillness. Rest the hands for a moment. You might feel dizzy. Okay. Let's come to the wrists quickly before we come over onto the hands. So we're going to stretch away the arm, trying to lift the shoulder, reaching out through the heel of the hand. Wrap the other hand around the thumb, exhale. Draw the fingers and thumb back towards the shoulder. Hold for a moment. Release it, and then we're wrapping the hand around so it's like the floor, and we're drawing the fingers back again. Nice. Let it go, and straight to the other side. Palm out, drawing all the fingers and thumb back with an exhale. Settled shoulders. And relax it and wrap it. Draw the hand towards you. Fingers going back towards the elbow. Try to really bend it round so it's like a hook on the floor. Fingers coming all the way back. And there it goes. Shake out the hands. A few little circles with the wrists. Just let it be fluid. Go one way and the other. Maybe take some little wave-like motions. Let it go. Okay. So next, let's see if we can wake our hips up. And we'll start just with this kind of rolling action. Roll across the pelvis. Bring up one knee and then we roll across the other. So bring up the knee and roll. So it's like opening a book and closing it. Come open, close, open and close. And feeling the lower back. And see if there's like a tilt of the pelvis. Explore the tilt of the pelvis. This should get in touch with how the lower back is feeling today as well. Okay. We've done these before, most of us. Going to reach one leg out, the left leg, pull the sides this time, and pick up the right foot. So we've got the first two fingers wrapped around the big toe. Fingers of the left hand down beside us for balance. We're trying to keep the spine upright and fairly immobile. Exhaling, moving from the hip socket. Inhaling, drawing it back with the elbow, the shoulder. exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Exhale, inhale, left hand comes up, under, takes outside of the foot. Reset, make sure we're nice and upright. Inhale, open up into a twist here. The shoulders start to come towards parallel with them. Now the leg can go high if that's available. We don't want to drop the spine. We'd rather have a bent knee and a straight up spine. Inhale, back arm comes forward, both hands wrap around the foot. Exhale, maybe the leg comes in a little bit, maybe it comes in a lot. You can drop the head towards the shin if that's available. And if not, don't worry about it. Next up, right arm underneath the leg. And just see how that feels. See if we can get there, get the foot over the arm. It's up there. It could be only a little bit, that's fine. Let's warm up the ankle. Let's take some ankle circles here. All the time seeing if there might be a little more softness in the spine as it gets used to what we're asking. And now we'll see if we can get the leg a little higher, like we're wearing a backpack. You might want to bring the leg in, see if that's better or worse for you. And we'll come towards our compass. Exhale, push the foot away. Resist the motion with the hand and get the head inside. Turn. My teacher Jeff likes to say, smell your armpit, ask. Head to the side, head's free. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, gently bend the knee, just a little wobble there, and then we're going to come over to our Janu Sirsasana. Right sole of foot inside left thigh. Fingertips behind, straighten up, and let's just give the knee a little bit more of a flap there. And we're going to draw the flesh out from the sitting bones. This is to help us come onto the front of the sitting bones. Imagine as if you even bring the block, it's the edge of the block. Trying to tilt the pelvis over so that instead of forming our snail shape, we're trying to progressively bring the body towards the leg. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, maybe just the tummy comes to the top of the thigh. It's okay. Maybe there's a bit more, a bit more, a bit more. So the ribs might come down. Eventually, the pec or breast might come down towards the knee, the shoulder. And only once the shoulder is down do we let the head go. Otherwise, we try to stay with the progression. So this is really good. Being honest with ourselves, but progressive connection. We're not dumping into the spine. 2 or 3 breaths here. Soften face, soften jaw. Maybe more length comes with relaxation. And then we inhale, we lift the gaze, walk the fingers back in. And we're going to open the front of the thigh. We're going to bring the foot back next to the buttock. Stay up to start with and see if we can lift up and scoop the right buttock under and lower back. So we're on both butt cheeks, both sitting bones. Bring the knees back together if they're separated. And this is a really good start. This is difficult. Let's progressively start to come back. Maybe we come back onto just the left forearm. You see my knee wants to lift. Everyone's going to have a different amount of openness here. And it can vary quite a lot between, average bell curve of male and female bodies as well. Maybe we can come back to both forearms. Feel like the knee is going away from us towards the outstretched foot and that the muscles either side of the belly button are coming up towards chest and chin. So we feel like we're getting long in the torso. Push down through the top of the grounded foot. Maybe the pelvis rolls under a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to come out. We're going to roll onto our left hip. Knee's going to come across it, all done these, and we're taking some nice big circles. So we roll onto the left hip, and the knee comes to the nose, and then we stretch the foot away. On a very wide angle lens, it's like my leg grows about 2 miles long. It's okay. Take one more full circle, and when your knee comes to your chin, reverse the direction. One more, draw that knee in towards the chin, extend the foot away. I'm going to take 5 leg dips like this. Just come to your comfortable edge with these. And then when you've done 5, leave the foot up above or lift up, hands towards the foot, tickle the foot. Scoop the belly in, reach forwards, and 10 Kapalabhatis, sharp breaths out through the nose. Exhale. Inhale up to seated. Dandasana. Upright spine, legs reaching up through the hips. And let's come to the other side. So we're taking hold of the left big toe this time. Right fingertips out for stability. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Send the foot away. Reach through, wrap around, and we're taking our twists. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, up and over. Remember, the knee can be bent. The straight leg is not essential. We do want a straight spine. Next inhale, let's bring that back hand through, up and over, the hands cross. Maybe we draw the leg in a little. Maybe we reach the head through towards the leg. Or maybe we let that go. Or next, we'll try to mount the leg over the arm. So we're going to start off with those ankle circles here. And again, it's just while we're doing that, feeling into the spine. So where's the spine going? Where are the hips going? How can I get more ease into the spine? Now, reseat the arm, get it as high, the leg, get it as high as you can. We're reaching away through the heel. And we're turning, softly look under the right. We feel like you're hitching away through the heel. Reach through the heel. Nice. Gently lower the leg down. From there we came to our Jana Shirasana. So starting off, fingertips behind. Little flaps, little taps of the knee. And then we're coming towards this forward fold. So if you're struggling to feel this tailbone coming up thing, or maybe just play with the edge of the block or rolled up towel there, it helps to tip us over and get started with this. And again, we're breathing nice and slowly here. Each part of the body that comes down is a victory. Searching for this progressive fold. Come up, lift the gaze. Inhaling, walking the fingers back. Now we'll come to the front of the hip again. So folding that left foot inside. And again, all about the progression of these. Trying to think there's a special word for the different stages. It'll come to me. So again, let's lift the buttocks off and place them back down. So we're trying to get both sitting bones on the ground. It's easier then to bring the outstretched leg in to get the knees to touch. And we'll come down first onto the left forearm. And if it's okay, onto the right. They're called kramas, steps on the way to the full version of an asana, the kramas. So each part of the body that comes down in our forward fold could be thought of as one of the kramas, to eventually bring the forehead to the shin. And to keep sending the knee away and feeling like the core muscles will draw in and up under the rib cage, body length, push down through the foot. Maybe tucking the pelvis under just a little bit more. Nice. Okay. This time we're rolling onto the right hip, over onto the right hip, and taking us. And you've done 5, or however many you did on the other side. Switch up the direction. And then bring the knee to the middle, extend, and 5, 4. Feel like the leg lengthens out of the hips. So as the toes come down, you reach. 2, 1, come back up, lift up, tickle the toes, scoop the abs, and swing. Nice. Back through to our Dandasana. Bring the fingertips behind, and we're going to lift through. So maybe you need to ground the feet, and we're going to lift through, push the hips through. So lift back down, bum comes back towards the hands. And once more, lift the hips through. And come back down again. Okay, nice. Let's come over onto our hands and knees. So just start with a little bit of free movement here. There can be circling and wiggling, moving the hips. Make sure the hips are involved in whatever movements you take. Shoulders, toes could be tucked, or the tops of the feet flat down on the floor. And don't leave the neck out either. So you might even pause and take a few circles with the neck. We didn't really move the neck too much yet. So take a little bit of an explorative approach with your head circles. And then let's see if we can get the whole body winding and wiggling, our most sensuous serpentine movements. And then let's tuck the toes if they're not tucked. Make sure the shoulders are stacked right above the wrist. I'm going to take some stuff for our shoulder blade mobility. So simply as we exhale, we try to keep the spine in its alignment, and we squeeze the shoulder blades together like we're squeezing something between them. We inhale and we raise the spine, perhaps feeling the shoulder blades wrap around the body now. Let's go 5 of this. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Try to keep the head, neck in line. Squeeze. I think it's 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Squeeze those together. Inhale. Round. Push down. Bring the shoulder blades a little further forward. Feel the core draw in. Tuck the pelvis under, maybe float the knees if you're up for a challenge. Arming forwards into this kind of calisthenic shape, rounding upper back, drawing belly in. Even roll onto the toes. Lift from the core, lift from the core. Roll back over, come through to downward dog. Stretch it. My first dog. I won't give too many instructions. Let's just feel into it. See what needs to come out. Maybe you want to hang out in stillness. Maybe there's a wave. Maybe a wiggle. And let's all come to stillness together. Take a look at your hands. Want the fingers spread as wide as possible. And we're going to rotate the hands out slightly so the index fingers are pointing straight forwards or even very slightly turned out. See if you can translate this spiraling action through the arms so we feel the shoulder blades wrap around. And then we can bring the head between the ears and hopefully the back of the neck feels nice and long. Push down through those hands. Open the armpits like when we were alternating arms in our warm-up. And see if you can imagine someone takes a hold of your hips and pulls your hips backwards. All the time you're pushing down through the hands and the head feels like it can move freely. It's not working. This is a nice deep dog. Draw the core in. Big breath in and exhale through the mouth. To come to the front of the mat, this time we're going to take little steps, moving from the hip. So lift the right hip, the right foot follows left hip, right hip, left hip, right hip. This little funny walk to the front, and then as we come towards the hands, we're bending the knees. Keep bending the knees, bringing the body onto the thighs once again, and let the head go. So we feel like we're just kind of flopping onto the thighs. Tune into the information from your feet and rock the weight forwards and back a little bit, so you can feel what that does, what switches on in the calf, in the hamstring. Now bring the fingertips to the floor. Bring the weight forwards a little bit. You might feel you can lengthen the back of the leg a little or a lot. So lean into the balls of the feet, keeping the balance in check with the fingertips. Then as we rock back towards the heels, bend the knees deeply, push down through the feet, inhale, stack the spine. Slowly coming up to standing, the arms reach high. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center and find Tadasana, the hands opening up to the side. Really nice. Flow through a couple of sun salutations, so a little crouch, inhale, reach. Urdhva Hastasana, forward hands, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Knees can be as bent as they need to be. Inhale, fingertips find the floor, flat back. As we exhale, pick up right foot, step it back, and lift up for a simple little lunge here. Use the toes to push the hips under, the pelvis under, opening the front of the thigh. If your hips are already quite open, you may find a deeper expression. Try to drop the belly first. Keep the belly under control. Exhale, we're going to bring the fingertips to the ground. Bring that left foot back, untuck toes. Arms stay straight as you come back towards child's pose, and then inhale, sliding through and finding a little cobra, a little baby. Give the head a little shake, maybe dip one shoulder and the other. Exhale, lower down, kick the heels, and let's take a few more of those, kicking the heels towards the bum. You can rest head on folded hands, or the forehead can come to the mat. 3, 2, 1. Tuck the toes, plant the hands. Bum comes towards the heels, push through the toes, downward dog. Second dog. Again, check the hand position. Feel that outer spiral, wrap the blades of the shoulders, reach the sitting bones away from the hands, spine is long. Don't think about straightening knees, think about reaching heels away from bum. And we're going to inhale, we're going to pick up the right foot, reach it away. So in an ideal version of this, it's like we're in a standing one-legged pose with the left leg stretched out in front. The spine is completely in line with the right hip. Exhale, knee comes into the body, to the nose, round it in. Inhale, back up and away. 2 more. Exhale, round, squeeze, lift. Inhale. Exhale. This time, step through lightly. Left knee goes down. Inhale, up. Maybe a small back bend. Keep the core engaged. Exhale, hands down, step that left foot in. Fold. Bend the knees, inhale, roll up. Exhale. Straight away to the other side. In. Fold. Exhale, nice and deep. Head's heavy. Inhale, flat back. Left foot, exhale, step it back. Simple lunge. Couple of breaths here. Check your position. Have you dropped one hip out? Exhale, fingers down, stepping back to our extended child's pose. Untuck toes, arms are straight and long. This time to locust, to Shalabhasana, sliding on the tummy like a penguin. Lift up, Shalabhasana. Hands down, tuck toes. If you're ready for it, inhale to plank, otherwise through a child's pose. And back to our dog. 2 or 3 breaths here. And then the left foot, extend it back and away. Really reaching out through that heel. And then the knee to the nose on the exhale, into the body. Point the toes, draw it as high as you can. Inhale it. Exhale. In. Last one. Round it in. First squeeze, then gentle step through. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, hands down. Pick up the back knee. Step through. Fold. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Just come to a wider leg stance, and we'll start to move between the feet. You bring over the weight, we push, push. That was sumo wrestler. Walk. As you're ready, you can start to pick up the foot, maybe add the kick. Nice. One more each side, and then we'll come more towards our goddess kind of pose here. Hands come down to the knees. Now we'll lean forwards. We're going to dip a shoulder. Inhale, exhale, dip a shoulder. So the arm you're coming towards bends, but the other arm stays straight. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more each side. And then we're going to come towards the left foot. Turn up the right toes, extend that leg away a bit. Skandasana. Weight can be in the hands. Coming back eventually to no gap here. And a nice long stance. And we're going to transfer. So hands might come down. We walk the hands across. Come to the other side. Again, settle here for a moment. Feel into it. And then we'll flow a little bit from side to side. And use the hands as much as you need to. If you're feeling very strong, you might take the hands off. That can be fun as well. Right. left, right. And next time you come back to the left, we'll come through to a lunge with the left foot forwards on the fingertips, nice and long. And slowly on the exhale, we'll push down through that front foot. We'll extend the leg, straightening the front leg. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, coming back towards pyramid pose. So I've found myself too long here. So if you're a bit long, bring the back foot in a bit. Try to draw the left hip back. Maybe bringing the fingertips back as well to help straighten the spine. Bend the knee. Inhale, forwards, get long. Last time, back to pyramid pose. See if the belly can be glued to the thigh. If it is, maybe we come down and start doing our progressions to our forward fold again. Rib, chest, shoulder, etc. And then gently bending the front knee again. Inhale. Strong back pose. Lift from the tummy. Inhale. Present lunge. Take a hold of the left wrist with the right hand. And see if we can take a little side bend to the right. Really strong through the back foot for this. And inhale, center. Swap the hands. Side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Walk the left foot out. Exhale, hands down inside the left foot. Right knee to the mat. Come to the fingertips to help build wrist strength. And take a couple of circles through the pelvis. And the other way. And walking the knee back a little. We're going to come to our quad stretch. So for this one, you want to come onto the top of the thigh. So walk the foot away, and as you lift the foot, we roll onto the top of the thigh. Inhale, lift left arm, open up. Find the outside of the right foot, maybe. Nice. We're trying to lengthen the front of the right quad as we draw the foot towards buttocks, maybe the left knee rolls out. We bring the right hip closer to the ground or further forwards. Keep easing in until you find the intensity. Now gently we're going to release it. Back to our lizard pose. We're going to step forward to find our yogi squat arm elastic. So pick up the knee, weight comes forwards, foot steps through, drop the bum. Awesome. 5 breaths here to play with your crow. You might just be picking up a foot. Might be coming all the way in. Might just be seeing what it feels like to place the knees on the arms. And when you're ready, gently lowering the feet, finding our squat once more. We'll step back and take a vinyasa. So you could jump back from your crow. Otherwise, finding your way to plank, chaturanga, up dog, back to okay. Bending the knees deeply, gaze between the thumbs. We're going for the lightest feathery hop to the foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to standing. Again, working our way down to our Skandasana. A little bounce, moving the feet apart. And eventually working all the way down to the depth of our pose. Blowing a few times. And then this time we're going to come to the right foot. When you come over to the right foot, turning up the left toes. Getting nice and long. You may need to reposition yourself. Okay, we're all good. And let's lengthen that front leg. So again, if you need to hop the back toes in a little, do so. Up on the fingertips, looking for that flat back. Inhaling, let's get long again, bend the front knee. Exhale, straighten, second go. Inhale. Last time, maybe this time holding. And lifting the head, inhale. We come through to present lunge. Nice and long. We'll take our side bends again. We'll start off coming to the left. Left hand takes right wrist. Exhale, side bend left. Really pushing strongly through the feet and letting that engagement travel up through the core to find the balance. Inhale, center, switch the hands. Exhale, we're bending to the right. Inhale to the center. And through to our lizard pose. Hands come down inside that right foot. Drop the back knee. Come up to the fingertips. And a few little circles here. And the other way. And for our quad stretch, move the back knee away. Pick up that foot. And as you lean forward, you should be able to find the top of the thigh. Inhale, right hand. Wrap it over. And find that stretch, drawing the sole of the right foot towards the buttocks. The left foot, dropping the right knee out. And gently let that go. Again, we'll come straight through to our Malasana. So fingertips, pick up that back knee. And the foot just sort of travels through. Back to our squat. And okay, so from here, let's put the hands down, lift the bum. And have a little play with this. Bring the L shape of your fingers and thumb behind the left heel and behind the right heel. So the shoulders are inside the knees. See how we're getting on with that. Bring the shoulders inside the knees. Once you've found that, you might be able to lower the bum and feel the squeeze of the arm between the calf and the thigh. That's there. Maybe you can bring a foot towards the middle and the other. And maybe there's a crossing. My hands are a bit too wide. Crossing of the feet. Let me reset that. And this is our shoulder pressure pose. We're squeezing the shoulders. The legs are like locked around the arms. If you found the cross, maybe you can switch it. And maybe we can play with extending it. So that's the easiest exit is just to slide down. You can come through to crow. We'll play with that another time. Okay, so we're coming towards the end now. So we're down on the floor. Fantastic. So extend the left leg away. Draw the heel of the right foot in towards the groin. 2 moves here, forward fold and side bend. So first, make sure we're even on the sitting bones. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist from the core. Get the twist first, and then fingertips land either side of the leg. And you know the drill. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Feel where we've got to with this forward fold. So trying not to yank. The temptation is to grab the leg and pull, or we want the spine to open. Okay, as you're ready, inhale, lift the gaze, restack the spine, turn the body back to the front. Now the left hand starts in front. See if you can twist. If the shoulder can come inside the knee, you can bring the left hand across to the right. If that's not happening, just stay with the arm like that. So we can either bring the shoulder inside or have the hand flat. Whichever one we're taking, inhale the right hand straight up and feel the space here. Pause for a moment. Check in with the sitting bones. You might be able to bring the right sitting bone down and lift the spine out a little more. And then exhale, add the arm. So the arm might be here, here, here. Maybe it comes all the way around to the toes. Maybe it's just floating in the air. See if we can soften. And to come out, lead from that right hand. So inhale it up and let those fingertips guide you upright. Right hand falls behind. Inhale, lift the hips through. Push down through that right hand. Exhale, lower. And we'll come straight through for the other side. So the left heel's coming into the middle. Right foot's going away. Inhale up. Rotate from the core. Exhale. Inhale, get long fingertips come down, spine lengthens. Exhale, start to fold. Belly to the thigh. Maybe the ribs. Maybe the chest. Come out, inhale up, yourself in, lifting up from the core. Bring the shoulders back in line with the long edge of the mat. Come for the side bend. So with this one, there can be quite a lot of difference between the sides. So if you find the shoulder doesn't come inside on this time, that's okay. See what we can find here. Maybe the shoulders inside, maybe the arms out, and then inhale, left hand up, exhale, reach it through. And again, to come out, float the left hand, inhale, let the hand guide you back. Drop that left hand behind. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Let's come to our straddle position. So we're going to fold. Before we fold, we're going to just play with the pelvis a bit here. So we're exhaling, we're rounding back, lifting up and in, rolling onto the back of the sitting bones. And we're inhaling, we're using the hands, draw ourselves through and rolling on to the front of the sitting bones. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and just keep going with that. Maybe as you warm up, find with a little bit more movement. Next time you come forwards, plant the hands and really feel like you're drawing yourself through. So really pushing down through the hands, drawing through. Try to keep the chest open. We're wanting to bring the spine through. If it's there, you might bend the elbows. Eventually, we want to bring the chest to the floor. When you're ready to come up, lift the gaze, ease the hands back. Ease the hands back. Keep the lift until we bring the body upright. Bring the legs in safely, fingers under the knees. Lift. And bring the feet back together, like in our warm-up. Rolling, opening the book, rolling. Nice and slowly, just getting the fluid moving through the hip joint again. We're done with all of our power stuff now, so slide the bum a little forwards, tuck pelvis under, and come down onto the back. Draw in one knee and then the other, and pretty much the same thing. Let's continue to massage, now bringing it to the lower back, mid-back, and even across the shoulders. Just massaging out the tension we brought in the class. And then next time you come to the middle, pause, grab a hold of that right shin, left toes up, exhale, extend that left leg away, and let it get long, hover it off the floor if you can. Squeeze that right knee in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee comes back, left sole of foot down, cross over the right ankle, figure of 4. And bring it in, grabbing the front of the left shin or the back of the left thigh. Let's take some more ankle rotations here. Both ankles can go. Give both of the ankles a nice wiggle. And flexing the feet back towards the knees. Exhale, squeeze the left leg in towards the body. Stretching out the right glute and hamstring really nicely. Maybe you roll off a little, you feel a lengthening in the lower back, and then pop the sacrum back on the floor. Release the leg, both feet are down, and then let's take it to the others. So we grab a hold of the left shin, point right toes, stretch the right leg up, lower away with control, take time, enjoy the movement. Over the heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. And we went straight to the figure of 4, right? Right, figure of 4 the other way. left leg crosses over right. Take a hold of that right shin. And let's get those ankle rotations. Don't get nearly enough love for these feet for all the good work they do. Let's treat them to a little bit of nice movement. And then flex the feet. This helps protect our knees. And squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. Draw that right knee in. Lovely release. Maybe we roll the buttocks off the floor for a moment. And then lower the sacrum back down. And cross the legs. Let's take happy baby. Grabbing a hold of the big toe outside of the foot or the ankle. Whole spine stays on the mat. I want to be grounded from the back of the head all the way through to the sacrum. And what we're trying to work towards is parallel upright shins, knees coming towards armpits, and a soft hip. So the tension of the leg could be the natural residual tension of the leg pushing against the arms. And we can try and soften in the hip socket. Gently let that go. We've got 2 minutes here, so we could take maybe a back bend, we could take your wheel pose, we could take a shoulder stand, we could just take a restorative back bend, just bring the block under the sacrum, maybe the knees up. So 2 minutes, so pick whatever your body needs, whatever might be the most fun, or anything you feel has been missing this morning. If you want to come straight through to your Shavasana, that's totally okay. If you're inverting, come through to your plow pose, let the feet land behind your head, arms outstretched behind you. Other way, yeah, to help control. Arms coming back beside your head to help break you as you roll the spine back down onto the mat. Land the feet and extend the legs. Of course, you can bend the knees if the lower back is a bit sensitive, but otherwise, legs extend away, feet fall out to the side, backs of hands down on the mat. Let the breath soften. Let the face soften. See if you can let all thoughts of what has been and what is to come fade away for just a moment. Just noticing the breath. Gentle rising and falling of the ribcage. Gentle movement of the clothes on the body. Even when we feel like we're still, there's always respiration, there's always the birth and the dying of the cells, pumping of the blood, the neurotransmitters and the electrons in the nerves, transmitting their messages. All this busyness is still going on within the mind, and we cultivate that. All right, I invite you to take a deeper breath, fill up, perhaps open the mouth and sigh. Ah. And with your next inhale, re-energize fingers, re-energize toes, and let them start to move. This little wiggle come in. And perhaps the wiggle might move to the wrists and the ankles. Perhaps to the head. The head might roll and right. And then let's reach our arms above our heads. Exhale, relax. And in the next few breaths, coming to find your seat, keeping the eyes closed, sitting for a moment here, top of the mat. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. And imagine as they come together, you are sealing in any positive feelings that are sitting with you right now, stashing them away for later. Gently bowing the head and acknowledging practice, yourself, how lucky we are to have the time and the people to practice with. Thank you so much, yogis. Sukhsama.